What's up, y'all? This your girl, Coke Cartel, and you're watching Coke Cartel TV. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.
All I ever wanted was to live free. Make my own lane while I do me. Sick and tired of punching clocks, living low key. Prefer popping bands on a shopping spree. Cold world in the winter, but I hold heat. It's the jungle outside, please look over me. Live loyal, live life, cause procrastination kills.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so, okay. The story just keeps getting worse. I don't know why, but I am one of them people who would have never thought that this would have happened to me. You know how the saying goes, misery loves company, right? Yeah, my name's Misery. At the time, call me Misery, like, cause misery needed company bad, and the more miserable the company, the even better. Like, misery loves company, and I was miserable at the time. Looking back, I definitely can say that if I wasn't in the state that I was in, this probably never would have occurred. Honestly thinking, like, I know better than this. Stupid. So let me tell you how it got worse for me. I'm living in my own apartment now. I've been there a few months. And, there's a young dude that lives in the neighborhood. He always just cool people. I always see him around. Whenever we see each other, we chop it up, we kick it and stuff like that. But nothing that serious. It's more of like, we just passing by. I'm just passing through. He just passing through. But I'm never like, really paying him no mind. He was just always cool. Now usually I don't really invite people to my home. I'm kind of like closed off, secluded, kind of private. If you're coming to my home, you're considered a friend. Like, I don't really bring a lot of people to my house. That's not really my style. Yeah, that's just not me. But again, if I wasn't in this state of depression that I was in, this probably never would have occurred. So, I'm not gonna say his name. I don't really even recall his name, to be honest. But Buddy knocks on my door, and he asks that I want to smoke a blunt with him. Now, mind you, I didn't really need to smoke his blunt. I had my own weed. I had my own blunt. I was straight. I was good. But he was like, did I want to match his blunt? So, I'm not thinking nothing of it. I could have matched him a blunt on the back porch. That's cool. I didn't need to let him in the crib. So I let Buddy in the crib, and we was smoking. And, shit get cool. We start kicking it. We start, getting to know a little bit more about each other. He started talking about music, and I was like, light bulb, you know what I'm saying? You hit the nail on the head, bro. That's all I've been doing. So, that's what been keeping me here, keeping me sane. You know what I mean? So, I started telling him about, the music I do and all of that stuff. I let him hear a few songs. So then it get to the point where we start, we done started rapping over the beats. We doing this and that. We all in the mix now. We all music in now. So, we smoking, we just steadily smoking. And, he begins to tell me, about his story. Come to find out, the young man don't have nowhere to live. He was living with his grandmother, but she just recently died. You know what I'm saying? So he's really just staying with friends in the neighborhood because this where he at with it right now. And he got a little baby on the way. Him and his baby mama beef, and he ain't really got nowhere to stay. Here comes the misery story being told to a miserable person. And I ate it up like a bag of candy, baby. So he just keep telling me more and more, and it's just getting heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And I'm like, oh man, this little dude got it rough. You know what I mean? Damn. So we just kicking in, and I tell him my story too. I tell him about my mom and all of this stuff. And he telling me how he don't even know his mom, and he don't know what's going, his grandma raised him, blah, 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 whoop de whoop. Again, telling his miserable story to a miserable person, and I'm eating it up. You know what I mean? So we back to the music. And we've been at it for, at this point, hours. Because mind you, he came over, early in the daytime. This was like definitely afternoon time. Now it's late. You know what I'm saying? It's late. And you know what I'm saying? We just still chopping it up, making music, just chilling. Looking back, the little boy ain't had nowhere to go. he had nowhere to go. That's why he was trying to stay over my house as long as he could. You know what I'm saying? But again, misery loves company, and I needed the help, baby. You know what I mean? So I was just taking in strays like a true fucking cancer would. I was taking in strays because shit, I was miserable. So yeah, next thing I know, we get to the pump. It's like, damn, it's late at night, man. So I'm hungry as hell. You know what I mean? So I'm like, ready to go to the Waffle House, man. You know what I'm saying? What you ready to do? He was like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go see who gonna let me in the crib. I was like, well, shit, you can roll with me till we get back. That way, you know what I'm saying? Why you know what I mean? Why you figuring it out? You know what I mean? You ain't gotta just be waiting around outside. You could just roll with me to the Waffle House. Cause where we lived at the time, Waffle House was like right up the block. You know what I'm saying? It was literally down the street. So I was like, well, that'll give you a time to see if your people's there, blah, blah, blah. At the time, I did not know he didn't really have anywhere to go. I just, you know what I'm saying, assumed that he was just, just shooting the breeze, you know what I mean? That wasn't the case. So, we go to Waffle House, you know what I'm saying, I go get some food, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, I'm hungry too, but I ain't got no bread. And at the time, I was okay, you know what I'm saying? Money-wise, I was okay. I won't the best, but I was okay. I could buy him something for Waffle House. So I was like, bro, you want a sandwich or something? I could get you a sandwich. Ain't but like $7, $8. I can get you a sandwich. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he had a nice little meal on me, you know what I mean? And we just still chopping up at the Waffle House. So we at the Waffle House now for like an hour and a half, just kicking it. Like, buddy, cool. And mind you, we was always kicking it around the neighborhood, just shooting the breeze, talking it up every time we saw each other. You know what I mean? And we just having a whole little trauma bond session for this day, right? You know what I'm saying? So we get back round the way, you know what I mean? And he like, shit, they ain't even really answering the phone, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I said, what you about to do? He was like, shit, I guess I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, go find a little spot to lay my head at for a while. Again, misery loves company. I'm such a nice person for no fucking reason. Just trauma bonding with the stranger from around the way. Misery loves fucking company, bro. I swear it's ridiculous. Like, so soon as he says that, another light bulb, I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got nowhere to stay tonight, you know what I'm saying? You definitely could just, you know what I mean? You could just crash out on the couch real quick, you know what I mean? But in the morning, you got a pill, you know what I mean? So, it's the weekend, mind you, so it's cool. I ain't tripping. So, you know what I'm saying? He crashed out on the floor in my living room. You know what I mean? I had a little blow-up bed, all that stuff. He was comfortable. But I was thinking in my head, and he got comfortable real fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking in my head, but I ain't really saying that because, again, misery loves company. So I'm just happy to have some company. So, you know what I'm saying? Night go by smooth, ain't no problems. You know what I'm saying? Little buddy wake up early. I'm glad because I wake up early too. And I ain't got time to be, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out, hey, what time you leaving? So we wake up, shit cool. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I get him what he need to get his morning going and all this shit. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so, where your people's at? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Your people's going to be good because I had somewhere to go. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to be straight. You know what I'm saying? You trying to smoke another blunt before I dip. I was like, cool, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to go nowhere for like another hour. So, that's cool. So, we smoke or whatever and he dip. I go back. I do what I got to do throughout the day. And then I notice, I get back home later on that night, like an hour or two after I get to the crib, he knock on my door again. I'm like, yo, what up? He like, I got a blunt. I'm like, all right, bet, come on through. Because at this time, we didn't already smoke. So now it's cool. We cool to link up and smoke now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, as we smoking, we back making music again. A few hours then pass by again. Because again, we just chilling and vibing and rapping over beats. So, he hit me with the, man, my peoples ain't there tonight again. So is it cool if I crash out one more time? I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? You good, bro. Go ahead, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is to, be, struggling and stuff. So, the cycle continues, rinse and repeat. So the next day, he come over again the next night. I'm like, okay. But that night, I kind of like put a stop to it. That night, I was like, hey, bro, because this now is about to be the third night, him staying over the crib. Now, imagine, I don't really know this man, but I know him from around the way. but misery loves company, and I'm being extra nice. You know what I'm saying? So, the third night of him staying over the crib, I tell him, I'm like, yo, bro, you cool peoples and all, but I can't have you crashing out of my crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? That just ain't the move I'm looking for. And really, it ain't enough space for us. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. And you know what I'm saying, you crashing out in my living room. I just ain't got that type of space for you to do that. And I don't need nobody living with me that I can't afford to take care of and I shouldn't be taken care of. So, I hit him with the, tonight the last time though, you know what I mean? And he like, cool, it's cool. I appreciate you giving me, that little, a little bit of leeway to kind of get my ducks in a row anyway. And mind you, this is he a young dude. He probably couldn't be no more than like 18, 19. And based on what he told me, he had nobody to go to. He was living with his shorty that he had got knocked the fuck up. And they was beefing. So that's why he couldn't really get into the crib these past couple of days. But he was like, him and his shorty straight now. And it shouldn't be no more problems. I was like, cool, that's what's up. So, the day go by. He come through again. We kicking it this time. He dipped. You know what I'm saying? We smoked. We did some music. He had let me listen to some music he had did and all that. And he dipped. So, it's Monday now. I'm going to work. I'm chilling. But, you know what I'm saying? He came back through Wednesday night. And he was like, bruh, me and the shawty got into it again. Can I stay here? I'm like, bruh, I can't even hold it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even let you do that. You know what I mean? Like, because if I keep letting you do it, you going to think that this is a place for you to stay at. And it really ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to kind of like set a boundary with him because I just noticed that he just kept coming back. Like, like at me saying like, you can't stay here won't enough. I had to literally let him know like, bruh, this is not a place where you can come to. Like, you know what I mean? And he was like, cool, I can respect it. You know what I mean? And I remember this vividly, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because it was a very, very pivotal moment in my life. That's when I really learned that, like, yo, you can't be picking up strays, man. Like, real talk. But yeah, so, Thursday, it's all good. Everything good. I wake up, I get ready, I go to work and shit. I'm chilling, I'm cooling, but as I'm at work, I'm starting to feel a little weird. So I start sweating. I'm just not feeling good. So I use my my PTO and I just go home early. So mind you, this like midday. This is before lunch. I left work super early that day. And I pull up to the crib. And I walked through the way my apartment was set up. I walked through the back door to get into my crib. I ain't never used the front door. You know what I'm saying? I never used the front door. The only time I use the front door is if, you know what I'm saying, it was something on the door that I need to read from the rental office or something in the mailbox that they put in there. You know what I mean? But I always use the back door. That morning, for some reason, I had cracked my window and I forgot to close it. But it wasn't like a big crack. Like, again, I did it to myself. So I guess I was rushing out, you know what I'm saying? So I pull up, and when I get there, I noticed that my window was cracked wide the fuck open. Like, it was open. Like, I remember me cracking my window, but I also remember me closing it. Now, I don't think I closed it all the way, but I definitely remember me closing it. I might not have locked it, but I think I definitely did close it. So I'm like, oh shit is crazy. So I go in. Y'all, shit is gone. Like, everything is gone. My TVs, my computers, my speakers, my money I had stashed away, my jewelry, my shoes, bro. Certain clothes is gone, bro. Like, everything is gone. And my first instant thought was, oh, tell a nigga he can't stay over your crib. He rob your shit. I'm like, that's crazy, bro. Like, he robbed me, like Buddy straight up robbed me. He took all my shit. Like, you can't tell me it was not him. Like, he definitely robbed me. I know it was him. My watches, my shoes. I didn't even give this man my clothes, and he still robbed my shit, my TV, bro. And mind you, I did not have a lot. A lot of the stuff that I was using was still stuff from my mom's crib after she passed. So I'm really just hanging on to what I had left. And bruh, took everything. My computer took everything. Like, took all my music, took everything. I had to start from scratch. They took everything. That shit was crazy. I was pissed. I'm like, you try to help somebody and look what they do to you. You know what I mean? And that's what I get for taking it astray. And that's what I get for being miserable and wanting any kind of company, not giving a damn about who it is, where they from, and what they do. Misery loves company, and that shit got me robbed. Do you imagine you already in an oppressive state and the only thing that you got to that keep you going has been taken from you by somebody that you thought you were helping? That's the fucking worst thing ever. Like, but yeah, my ass got robbed. Man. But yeah, I'm a tune into y'all next video, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. But don't take in strays, and don't be looking for any type of company if you're ever feeling miserable. But peace out, y'all.